On the screen before you is, well, every wheel ever put on an Escort EXP or LN7 from the factory, and there's quite a few. Now you'll see three of those wheels on the far right. Those are TRX wheels. They only fit a special Michelin tire. It's an R365. So no American tire will fit on it. Not a 13, not a 14. No other tire will work on these. And I've seen a couple firsthand. Sorry, 365 is halfway between 14 and 15. But there's no way to turn them down to make them into just plain 14s. People say you can get fitment rings to turn them into 15s, but no one's actually done it, and I don't believe that you can. But that there are a million other wheels to choose from. You'll see that the TRX wheel in the center on the right. That looks awfully similar to the non-TRX rim on the far left. I've put it right below the TRX Steely, so you can see how similar they are. They get confused a lot. And people will think they have one when really they have the other, and they're two totally different wheels. But all these wheels have the same exact bolt pattern, and they fit on the same generation of well, Escort really. So they interchange between all those cars. The EXP, the LN7, the Lynx, the Escort, Tempo, Topaz, anything from 1981 to 1990, and then up until the Tempo discontinued. Fits any of those just fine because they're all that 4x108 or 4x4 and a quarter. These are only the factory wheels from all those cars. There's still a million other options. You can put Ford Contour rims on there, no problem. Most foxbody rims, just not the SVOs. Any of the four-lug Thunderbirds. But some of them are, some of those Mustang foxbody ones are wide enough that you actually need to have a spacer put on so they clear your strut. And it's more of an issue with the 81 through 83 cars than it is the 84 to 90 cars. 84 up, they got a different suspension design allowing for slightly larger wheels. I say larger, I mean width-wise. But yeah, this is pretty much it all. The TRX tires, you can still get them through a company called Cougar or Coker, but they're a little over $100 each, and they're new old stock. They don't produce those anymore. They're just what's left of about a dozen that have been sitting in a warehouse for at least 25 years. So you don't want to use those. If your car has one of those TRX wheels, it's good for car shows. You can put a new old stock tire on them, and it'll be good, up to about 25 miles per hour. But I swear, the second you hit 55 in those, they will explode. And that's not a risk you want to take. I've had tires that do that. Usually it's the tread that separates from the sidewalls, and it'll bash the quarter panel of your car over and over and over again until you stop. And that was only with 12-year-old tires. I can only imagine how quick those 25-year-old tires will hold up. But it's not at all worth the risk. And it's just Nightmare City. So if you plan on having like a show car, you can get one of these, but you'll still want one of those rims on the left to drive, daily. Don't make the mistake of buying these TRXs because they do look sweet. They're awesome. There's very few other wheels out there like them, but there's only two tires that fit on them, and 25 years old and $100 a pop, not worth it. Especially knowing that you can't take them anywhere but car shows. But that's the only warning I offer. I see a lot of people selling these, especially lately. I've been seeing a lot of those phone dial wheels for sale. They're that gold pair in the top right. Everyone's always trying to sell those, saying that they fit every Escort ever. Well, they do. Like I said, the issue is tires don't exist for them anymore. There is a similar wheel that the European Escorts got. I believe that fits a 14 just fine. It looks almost identical to that wheel. But as far as that turbo wheel goes, there's nothing else to match it. And that turbo, I should mention, that's the big X one on the bottom right. There's a few Mazda lookalikes that look very close to it, but they all have the round ball pattern. All those are 4x100 instead of 4x108. So you can't use those unless you drill out the holes. But if you could, I'm told that most of those are only 13-inch wheels anyway, so worth it. 13-inch tires are getting awfully hard to find, especially in the correct sizes for these cars. And I don't like the ride of the 13s. I had 13s on my car and they were pretty spongy. I switched to 15s and it handled much tighter around all the turns. Made a big difference. So if you can find 14s or 15s, you'll have better tire options and it'll handle better. Even my 15-inch tires, I got them for like 30 some dollars each. That's brand new. That's awesome. They don't need to be incredible tires for me because I only drive during the summer and I only put on about 1,000 miles a year. So they don't need to be anything crazy, and I don't take my car to the track. My others I will, but any track car I have will not have any of the wheels you see in front of you. But we'll call that good for now, and just keep a lookout for those TRXs. You don't want them. Keep in mind, people are selling them because they don't want them. So we'll see you later.